This is a true story that took place in the United States, where an act of kindness changed the fate of 1.5 million people and created two great men. There was a poor college student, an orphan, who was struggling with financial difficulties. He and his friend were worried about how to pay for their tuition. Eventually, they decided to organize a concert on campus to raise funds. They planned to invite the famous pianist Ignacy Paderewski to perform, but his agent requested a fee of $2,000. This was a huge amount for the two young men, and if the tickets didn't sell well, they could face a major financial loss. After the concert, they managed to make only $1,600, falling $400 short of the required fee. They handed over the $1,600 to Paderewski and promised to pay the remaining $400 as soon as possible. However, Paderewski, sympathizing with their situation, tore up the IOU on the spot and said, "Take this $1,600 and use it to pay for your tuition. Keep 10% as a commission from whatever remains, and give me the rest if there's anything left." The two young men were astonished and overjoyed. Paderewski's act of kindness moved them deeply. Not long after, Paderewski returned to Poland and later became the Prime Minister of Poland. He was a talented and dedicated leader, but after Poland was defeated in World War I, 1.5 million Poles fell into a severe famine. Helpless, the Prime Minister could only turn to Herbert Hoover, the head of the American Relief Administration, for help. Hoover immediately agreed to Paderewski's request and quickly sent tens of thousands of tons of food, saving millions of Poles. Deeply grateful, Paderewski arranged to meet Hoover in Paris to personally express his thanks. But Hoover told the Prime Minister, "Mr. Prime Minister, you don't need to thank me. I'm the one who should thank you. You may have long forgotten, but I've always remembered. Years ago, you helped two poor college students, and I was one of them." Later, Herbert Hoover became the 31st President of the United States. Why did Paderewski help two young men he didn't even know? Most people might think, if I help them, what do I get in return? But a true great man thinks differently. What will happen to them if I don't help? They do good not for reward, but because it is what they believe is right. Being generous and offering help when it's most needed is a noble virtue. It not only helps others but also elevates oneself. This is the essence of the saying, helping others is a virtue that benefits oneself.